What is up, YouTube? That's it here, bringing you guys another VGC 2015 replay. We're going into round 2 of my Premier Challenge. Round 1 you saw was against Santiago, who was using the Whimsicott beat-up Terrakion combo that didn't really work, but this, like I said, is round 2. We're going with Kang, Zoroark this time, Tyranitar, and Talonflame, leading off against Josh, who's using a bit of Perish Trap. He's using Gengar, Raichu, Politoed, and Gothitelle. Pretty standard stuff from his side, but we're using Zoroark, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a description of how this Pokemon works, in case you don't really know. Zoroark's ability, Illusion, makes it look exactly like the last Pokemon in your party until it takes damage. So, in this game, it's going to look like Talonflame. So it looks like I'm manipulating Kang Talonflame, and like I said, until it takes damage, or until it uses a move that Talonflame wouldn't normally use, it's going to just be labeled as Talonflame. And even after it uses those moves, it's still going to be labeled as Talonflame. So like if it pops like a Night Daze, for example, or like a Hyper Voice, it's still going to say Talonflame uses all those moves, but it's going to be obvious to my opponent at that point that it is Zoroark. And I want to give you guys a little bit of a couple tips for using this Pokemon. I mean, one of the best things about it is you don't ever even have to bring it. I mean, they think that it's going to be everywhere, and that's the scariest thing about it. You're going to see opponents all throughout this tournament go for really weird fake outs or just hard superpowers on random Pokemon trying to catch Zoroark, and they're not going to get it. But we're going to start this one off, we're going to get right into it, and we're going to show you guys how to use Choice Specs Zoroark, which will definitely come into play this game. So he's issuing a challenge. Like I said, this is round 2 from my pretty big Premier Challenge top 4, leading off Kang Talonflame versus Gengar Raichu. So we know right away my opponent has potential for fake outs, protects, Mega Evolving with Gengar's Perish Songs, bunch of stuff right off the bat, but I do feel pretty confident here. He's going to go Mega Gengar, gaining the Shadow Tag ability, really good, pretty much needed in Perish Trap to trap everything in there. I'm going to go Mega Kang, remember that is the parental bond. I'm obviously not even trying to fake out anything here. I'm Mega Evolving, even against the Gengar. I'm going to try and one-shot that Raichu, but he locks my Kangaskhan slot down with a fake out, and that's completely fine with me, because we see Gengar go for the Perish Song, which is also fine with me. I'm really happy he didn't just like sub or something weird. But then we get to pop a Choice Specs Night Daze for my Zoroark, which is super effective on the Gengar slot, picking up the KO. Just like last round, I'm a Pokemon ahead at the very first turn of the game, and I feel very confident. So we're going to see all our Perish counts drop down to 3. And now that pretty much Gengar's off the board, it's reliant on Gothitelle to try and carry the game. Remember, Gothitelle, a second Shadow Tag user. Shadow Tag being an ability making it so I can't switch. So Raichu's going to go for Protect, Gothitelle's going to go for Protect. I'm going to use the same 2 moves I did last turn. We're going for a Night Daze onto the Gothitelle slot, and a Double Edge onto the Raichu slot. So pretty standard stuff here. Everyone's Perish counts are going to drop to 2 except for Gothitelle, and this is where those choice specs are going to come into play. We see my opponent go for a Volt Switch on my Talonflame slot. It chunks Zoroark so hard even though it's not very effective. Or sorry, it's neutral damage, but Zoroark is about as bulky as a Pikachu, so I mean it's very, very squishy. Normally you would run like a Sash on this thing, but we're actually running a choice specs today because we need to get those big KOs. We see Politoed come in, and Zoroark is going to pop that big damage, go for another stabbed Night Daze, and it's going to be super effective on Gothitelle, and it is going to pick up the one-hit KO on a Gothitelle. It's pretty ridiculous damage, and it's just going to let Kangaskhan continue to slam that Double Edge into my opponent. I finally get a chance to make contact with one, and almost pick up a KO on the Politoed switch in. So now that the Shadow Tag users are gone, we know he has Politoed in the red and a Raichu at full, but Raichu's packing an air balloon, so it's not like it has a stash or anything. We can just switch my Pokemon out. Perish counts at 1, I switch things out, come in with a couple other Pokemon, rinse and repeat. This game is easy. Zoroark picked up 2 KOs for free. So Zoroark's going to be the first to switch out. I'm pretty sure I come in with Tyranitar here. And obviously, we know Kang is switching out. Remember, Zoroark has to switch, he has to illusion the last Pokemon in your party, so Kangaskhan is then going to be switching out for Talonflame. Also note that Sandstorm is good here. It gets rid of Politoed to Drizzle, which is definitely beneficial for me. It's going to wear up Sandstorm on the board. Everyone's going to take some chip damage. We switch it on a Fake Out, which is awesome. And I was expecting him to Scald that Zoroark slot and go for like a nuke on that slot, but he decides to Scald the T-Tar slot. He's, oh no, that's exactly what he did. Cool. So he did exactly what I thought he would do, and that's great. Remember, T-Tar is pretty bulky, and I also was packing a Lumberry, so Burn wouldn't have really done that much. Everyone's taken down from Sandstorm. We see leftovers on Politoed, but you can pretty much tell that this game is over already. Talonflame has lockdown with Brave Bird on Politoed, and even though Raichu isn't Sash, it's going to be able to live through one attack from Tyranitar, but it's not like Raichu can 1v4 my team. I guess if he had another chance, he could try to KO my Zoroark, but he can't KO T-Tar with Raichu. He also can't even kill my Talonflame. Look, like Talonflame took like less damage from that Volt Switch than Zoroark did almost. They took about the same amount, and it's super effective. So that's kind of funny. So Crunch is going to come in here, and it's at this point in the game that the game is pretty much over. Everyone's ticking down, and all I need is pretty much one more Brave Bird, and I got the GG. So this was round 2. I believe this guy's name was Josh. I had never seen him in my Premier Challenge before, but I mean, Perish Trap's really popular at my events, and he won round 1 with this, so he obviously knows how to use Perish Trap. I feel that I always have a great match against Perish Trap. I'm running an Aegislash that I didn't even need to use. I'm running U-Turn on my Talonflame. I'm running a Zoroark. So against Perish Trap, I'd say I have a pretty good matchup. Yeah, Zoroark made plays. So if you guys have any more questions about how to use Zoroark or any questions about how it works in general, leave those in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching and look forward to round 3. Peace out.